circular cushion slash throw pillow. I made one of these and so can you. So this video comes with a small apology. So I spent quite a long time making this cushion, and as I went along I recorded all of the steps and I talked through what I was doing, and I came to edit the footage and it was no good. Half the time you couldn't see what my hands were doing with the hook and yarn. I used this around the neck camera to film, which is a really cool tool, but I'm just not good enough at using it yet. So you will have tutorials from me with instructions, videos to go along with the patterns in the near future, but just not yet, I'm afraid. It was not fit for purpose. However, what is fit for purpose is this cushion. And I have written down the tutorial on the Lucy Kate Crochet website, as always, for you to follow along with to make your own. And there's a couple of things that I really, really love about this pattern. The first thing is that because I used toy stuffing instead of a cushion pad, I could make it really, really comfy, which meant that on Friday, when I got back from the dentist, who pulled my big old wisdom tooth out, I could lay my face in it and sort of cry quietly in a corner for quite some time in great comfort. So it passes the tooth extraction test. That's a thing. The second thing is because it's a repeating pattern. Although, yes, they can be a little time consuming and laborious. This, I think, probably took me a week of sessions to do. So obviously I didn't crochet continuously for a week and I was doing other things in between. But it's not the quickest project. But likewise, you know, it's no temperature blanket. If you are fast at crocheting, it's maybe sort of 10 or 12 hours realistically. But it's really worth it. You're working with a cotton blend yarn. In fact, two different types of cotton blend. One is a slightly higher percentage cotton than the other, which I think really helps with the texture and feel of the cushion. Cotton is a little bit stiff to work. If you're not familiar with hooking cotton, it's just a little bit firmer. The texture's a tiny bit rougher. So it's a little bit harder on your hands, but not horribly so to any extent. I didn't stop crocheting because it hurt. I just stopped when I had the time available to do other things. This cushion is worked from a central magic circle, but rather than working in a continuous round like we do for our amigurumi, for our crochet toys, there's a stop after each round. So you close the circle with a slip stitch, then you make a chain, a short chain, and then you use that chain as the starting stitch for the next round, and you go all the way around with double crochets. And as you expand in an increasing circle, the pattern is the same as it is for working in a continuous round. All you do is you do your starting circle, and then you do 2 double crochets into each stitch of the round, and then you go 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and then the next round it's going to be a double crochet, a pair of double crochets, and it increases in that pattern. So it's a lovely logical pattern, and because we want to have this flat at both sides shape, you just keep making your increases until you get to the top, and then you just do some rounds of a single double crochet in each stitch before decreasing again at the other side, as you can see here. I'm really pleased with the size of this. You can make yours smaller if you're not such a fan of big throw pillows. There is also the jump that you may have noticed. So you can see where the rounds start and stop. Now I've made this jump slightly less defined, but after I've finished, I get a little bit of the yarn, I put it onto a needle and I sew this gap so it's slightly less pronounced. But honestly, the jumps and jogs don't really bother me, but if they bother you, that's the way. And if you're very careful with your sewing, you can completely close it. There are also slightly more complex manners in which you can change yarn colours that reduce those jogs as well. If that's something you're interested in, I can make a video on that. There are quite a lot of different ways of doing it. I do have my preferred ways, but as I said, I'm probably not the ultimate best person to help you with that because it doesn't bother me, but there are ways to make it a bit better. But yes, my tip for that, and for anything that you've worked in closed rounds, is to just sew it slightly afterwards. It does reduce that impact. As you can see, it's vastly reduced impact on the back, but apparently I took more care over reducing it on the back than the front, but that's my prerogative, isn't it? So here we have it. This would have been a 40-minute tutorial for something that was essentially just increasing concentric circles, and yeah, it didn't come out how you guys deserve to see a tutorial. So I've trashed that for now, and we'll just stick with using the written pattern for now, which I'll link below. The yarns that I used, I think, were Lily Sugar and Cream and Rico's Creative Cotton. So both cotton blend yarns, but I think the Lily Sugar and Creams is a slightly higher percentage cotton than the Rico Creative Cotton one is. But there you go. I hope you like it. It's very much my sort of colour palette, this one. Sort of the yellows and the khaki. I think this is called jute, but it's a little bit of a khaki colour. And then with the white to really bring it out. Nice yarns, no snapping. For cotton yarns, both these brands are actually really nice to work with as well. And the cushion, yeah, passes the post-dental face slamming on desk test. So what more could you want? Hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see full tutorials on how to make throw pillows. I'm really keen to get some more crocheted stuff in my living room and in my study here as well. So I'm gonna be doing more decor type stuff as well as the amigurumi. I've also got some other cool stuff that I'm going to show you really soon, but that's for next time. But yeah, let me know what you think. I love to hear from you. I love to hear your nice kind comments. It really totally cheers up my whole day. So thank you so much for all of the support, and yeah, I'll chat to you down below in the comments. Happy crocheting.